Oh, that sucks.
It's a good thing you're with Budget Direct, Australia's most award-winning insurer.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
With the new CommBank Smart Awards credit card, everyday purchases can take you to your tappy place. Apply today and tap your way to more fishing gear with 80,000 CommBank award points.
Tonight, Joy Flight tragedy. A pilot and passenger killed in a light plane crash in the scenic ring. New downpours in the far north.
Stream 7 News anytime, live and on demand on 7plus. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.
For anyone turning 16 in 2024, it's time to start thinking about getting a learner's permit and hitting the road. First-time drivers and their parents now have to jump through a lot of hoops, but it wasn't always such a test.
We're ready to start the engine, so we first make sure that the gear lever is in neutral and the handbrake is on.
A driver's licence, a rite of passage. The first issued in Brisbane in 1910, when you were far more likely to cross paths with a horse and buggy than a car, but the state's first recorded fatal crash changed all that. From 1914, if you passed a basic police test, you were good to go.
Life is great in the Sunshine State.
It pretty much remained that way for decades, until 1970 and the provisional licence, the P-plate. A year to prove yourself worthy of a full licence. But then, as now, young drivers were seriously overrepresented in the crash statistics. It was suggested some young drivers be given psych tests, but it was impractical.
I don't think necessarily psychiatrists would be any better at this, say, than a competent constable working in the traffic department.
By the 80s, learners would need a mandatory 6 lessons with a qualified instructor. It led to years of criticism, much from instructors that it was too easy to get your licence.
The 10 kilometres over the speed limit in itself will not fail the driving test.
By 2003, the RACQ was calling on the government to require learners to spend at least 50 hours behind the wheel.
At night, in the wet, on high-speed roads in the country.
In 2007, sweeping changes, still in effect today, learners' permits at 16 and 1 year and 100 hours logged before sitting your Ps.
They're not there to be popular, they're there to be effective.
A big commitment for learners and their parents, and one being reviewed by the state government. But before you steel your nerve and put your son or daughter in the driver's seat, you may want to call your insurance company. Some, like the RACQ, AAMI, Bingle and Suncorp, automatically cover your child, while others, such as Budget Direct, require you to list your learner on your policy. If there's one saving grace, it's that today only about a third of learners go for a manual licence.
Confidence will come with experience. Experience will also show how much other people's safety depends upon the way we learn and apply the principles of good driving practices.
Weather now, and Tony, a bit more sunshine.